Hey everyone, it is your boy ReyGGTV, and today I am here to discuss a topic in which most people in recent years have talked about and debated about, and that's if Nickelodeon really is that bad in 2020. From a studio and executive standpoint, the obvious answer would probably be no, but what about everyone else who has grown up with Nickelodeon over the years or who are more recently familiar with it? What do we think about Nickelodeon so far when it comes to its reputation and popularity? Well, before we answer that question, it's important to know what Nickelodeon has done with its content from 2015 to now. Also, please know I'm not going to talk about the live action shows because I think all of us know that the recent ones suck ass. During this time, we had gone The Loud House, The Casa Grandes, Ollie's Pack, It's Pony, and Glitch Tex. And while I haven't seen most of these shows except for Glitch Tex, these shows specifically have just been some of its more popular animated shows for the past couple of years now. And so with stuff like a SpongeBob spin-off or a new Smurfs show coming on the way, so far Nick has remained a little consistent with what it has to offer for animated shows. However, and this is a big however, over the past couple of years, people have also been complaining about how Nickelodeon doesn't like to give any of its newer shows a chance to stand out from the likes of The Loud House or SpongeBob SquarePants by either putting them on a platform like Netflix or barely even acknowledging its existence to the public. A good example with this would have to be Glitch Tex, because while the show was originally slated to air on Nickelodeon early on, for some reason Nick would end up deciding to move the show as a Netflix exclusive instead, and when the show came around for its first couple episodes, Nick did very little to help promote it. And even when other animated shows like Ollie's Pack or It's Pony to make their debut on the big network, the same with Glitch Tex happens in the same way that they barely put any effort to help drive up new viewers to these shows. And because of that, that has made a lot of people talk about whether or not Nickelodeon pretty much only promotes shows like SpongeBob, The Loud House, or any of its older properties because those are the only animated shows Nickelodeon only sees as to make a profit from, or otherwise, money. So here's my opinion on this. So while most of its animated stuff seems to make a lot of people happy with what they offer, and it's probably why a name like Nickelodeon even seems to be relevant in the animation community, other than SpongeBob. There it goes freaking again. I don't exactly think that putting a certain show they make onto another streaming platform like Netflix instead of onto their own network is really a bad thing at all. Cable TV is slowly but gradually becoming a thing of the past now, and that's been something that a lot of media companies have realized and gotten used to now. And so it's no surprise why people would want to switch to streaming instead of cable, because streaming is just the go-to thing now. And so I think putting a new show like Glitch Tex onto a platform like Netflix is a great business move, because not only does it have the ability to reach out to newer audiences and demographics, but also be able to be that much more enjoyable for people who just want to watch their favorite Nick shows. So in my opinion, to say that Nickelodeon isn't giving enough credit to some of its newer shows by putting them onto a platform other than Nick doesn't feel all that true to me. However, I do have a problem that, just like everyone likes to complain about Nick, is that they don't often like to promote these new shows to newer audiences. Some even outright cancel them after a season or two. Examples of this would probably be Harvey Beaks, Bunsen is a Beast, and Welcome to Wayne. And these are shows you might not even have heard about, and if you have, it was probably only for a couple seconds until you just continue it on your day like any other. And that's the problem that Nickelodeon has and is currently facing right now, is that they aren't doing quite enough to help drive up new audiences to these shows. And while luckily shows like Glitch Tex have been able to have an astounding and big fan base even with Nick's lack of promotion, other shows just haven't been as lucky. In worst case scenario, they end after their first season or second season. So that's, in my opinion, the main problem Nickelodeon is facing and hasn't really done a whole lot to fix from. And while I will disagree that Nick is only focusing on its more popular properties to make themselves some profit, Nick should definitely be more considerate when it comes to these newer shows that come into play and really get to know what the community wants out of them, because I'm worried, man. I'm worried my gamer girl waifus are gonna get cancelled. Overall, Nickelodeon is doing a whole lot better with what they have to offer than say like 3 or 4 years ago. And so I wouldn't say that Nick is doing terrible or amazing in 2020. I would give it a 6 out of 10. And that's ignoring the fact that its live action shows exist. So what do you guys think? Is Nickelodeon doing a whole lot better, or do you think it's still a train wreck? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. it can probably lead to getting the Krabby Patty's secret formula. Muhahaha. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you all later.